guy that gets to follow DJ. I'll try not to put you guys to sleep, but you know, we're on to something big here, guys. You know, we're definitely excited, and if you don't know really why we're here, it's this company and this opportunity. But this is more than just that, guys. You know, this is so much more than that. You know, and it's kind of funny. You know, I never really ever saw myself doing something like this. And I was actually trained with that mindset that DJ was talking about. You know, I kind of watched my parents, you know, do this whole, you know, high school, college, job thing, you know, my entire life, and that's all I knew. Okay, I didn't know the cars. I didn't know the opportunity to go out and to be able to do whatever you want to do, you know, on your own time. And that's why I went to college. You know, and got really and worked my absolute butt off. And that's why I graduated, just going out and seek from corporate America. That's why, you know, I wanted to work for a large firm or corporation. Okay, when that didn't happen, you know, it was a blessing in disguise, to be totally honest with you. Okay, because had I gotten that job, I wouldn't be where I am today. Okay, I wouldn't be driving in the car that I got to, you know, drive my mom around, and she said that was the nicest car she's ever been in. Okay, so what we're being able to do with this thing, guys, it's different. Okay, this is not, you know, this is not an employee thing, and we're all trained that way. So that was really the first step and the first challenge that I had to get to, was to be getting out of that and really kind of be your own boss. You set your own time schedule. You work with who you want and when you want. And I'll tell you, one of the best things about what we're doing here, guys, is the relationships that we're building. It's the people that we get to meet and the friendships, guys. I've met some of my best friends and some of the greatest people in doing this thing. And it's really, you know, corporate America, you know, you want to get that job promotion, what do you got to do? You're climbing up a ladder, right? And to get up there, you got to be better than everyone else. You got to knock people off the ladder. You want to get the job in the first place, is your resume better be better than everybody else who actually interview you. And then you better be one of the best interviewees, and then the next interview, follow up, until you actually get that job, and they're interviewing hundreds of people. You got to be better than every single one of them. And then when you want to get that promotion, you knock somebody off the ladder. You keep knocking somebody off the ladder, and you kind of try to climb your way up the ladder, right? Okay, not really something that I want to do, whereas here, we help each other get up the ladder. It's exactly what we do here, and there's a lot of people in this room here, guys, on this team that, you know, mark my words, guys, I will absolutely not stop grinding and working 100% until a lot of these people have the same kind of success I've had. Now, I've seen what this has kind of done for my life in the way I was able to quit my part-time job that I had to get to kind of pay my bills, to pay for my student loans. I was able to quit that and just do this full-time and meet, you know, a lot of great people, and be able to do really whatever I want, you know, whenever I want, and help people kind of do the same thing. And we're definitely, you know, passionate about this thing. You know, real quick, I want to touch on a little bit of the business, because one of my first things, one of my biggest skeptic, I guess, reasons for not doing this, it wasn't really I was skeptical thinking like this was a scam. You know, I kind of saw some material and like, yeah, this thing's probably legitimate. I just have no interest in doing it, right? I don't want to go cold market, door to door, try to sell somebody some stuff, you know, that they don't want. And I know people have done that, and you know, nobody makes money doing those things, right? Okay, so when my buddy was telling me this, yeah, I was hearing it, but I was getting ready to graduate, thinking corporate America, dude, I'm not, you know, that's nonsense, right? And so I went out and kind of one night, 4 months later, after I'm sitting here working an $8 job, living at home, sleeping on the couch, back at home with living with my parents, I was on Facebook one night, and going through my news feed, and I saw something that my buddy had posted, and kind of was like his weekly paycheck. And it wasn't like a mind-blowing number, something like, you know, $8,000 a week or whatever, you know, this kid's making over here. You know, it was a couple $100, and that kind of caught my attention, that he was still doing this thing, and now he's making a little bit extra money. And I met up with one of my buddies, and he had gotten involved too, and he was making a little bit extra money. Okay, and I was able to try one of the drinks, and that's honestly the first step here, guys. Is this product that we're working with is literally, you know, there's nothing out there like this right now. You know, I wasn't drinking energy drinks, I wasn't drinking pop, I wasn't drinking, you know, any of that other stuff. But when I met up with my buddy, he had actually had one for me to try, and I kind of took it to the nutrition label, and I saw all this, you know, the vitamins and the minerals and the antioxidants and all that good stuff. And I didn't see like any of the high fructose corn syrup, some of the stuff that, you know, red flags that you should definitely not be drinking and putting into your body. Well, I kind of saw this and tasted it, and it tasted really great. And I noticed the way I felt. You know, I didn't get all wiry and jittery and, you know, like a boost off the sugar and the caffeine like you would a Red Bull or Rockstar. You know, I was more focused and kind of like, you know, alert and really noticed, you know, the difference. And so honestly, that's the first step, guys. If you haven't tried it, you know, we got some in the back for you to sample. But it kind of got me thinking. You know, it definitely got me thinking, well, hey, you know, maybe there's something here. And so I kind of went back and did my own research. You know, I didn't want to hear it from somebody else. I kind of wanted to see it for myself. And so that's exactly what I did, and I realized that, you know, first off, the uniqueness of this product, and second off, you know, I didn't want to sell this stuff. I didn't want to go knock and see if people wanted to buy this. And I realized that we're not actually selling this stuff at all. I've never sold a can of this in my life. You know, nobody in this room's probably ever sold a can or a case of this or anything. We actually do this business all the time, every single day. Okay, we just haven't been paid for it, you know, until now. Because if you think about it, if you go out and see a really, really good movie, you know, what are you going to do? You're probably going to go tell your friends, hey man, I just saw the new Batman or the new Django or whatever, you know, James Bond movie. Movie was awesome, you got to go check it out. Right? 5 or 10 friends might go to the theater, they'll buy a movie ticket, the movie theater will make money, the box office sales will go up, but guess what? I highly doubt the producer's going to send you a check in a minute. Right? You know, I'll be talking to my buddy and like, I could really use a new cell phone, like, hey, what phone you got there? You got the S3, you like it? Yeah, it's cool, okay, well I need a new phone. So guess what? I go to the T-Mobile, you know, the Verizon store, and I buy the S3 because he told me it was the best phone that, you know, he's had. I'm going to buy that. Highly doubt he's going to get paid for it, right? You know, maybe he's got the iPhone 5. I'm like, do you like it? Yeah, man, it's an awesome phone. Okay, I go pick that up. No, you know, no paycheck. I go to my favorite restaurant ever, dude. I'm like, five of my friends go out to eat with me. I go to the manager. I'm like, look at all these friends. You know, I just brought you to a restaurant. Why don't you slip my meal for free? The guy's probably going to look at you like you're fun, right? And my point is that we're actually doing this business all the time, every single day. So this literally fits right into your lifestyle and exactly, you know, what we've already been doing. So instead of spending the millions and millions and millions of dollars that, you know, most companies spend on Wall Street and the main, you know, TV advertisements, like Red Bull spent almost $1 billion last year on, you know, mainstream media advertising, you know, TV commercials, paying Shaun White, okay, sending a guy up to, you know, space in a little capsule so he could jump out and have Red Bull on the parachute and his helmet and chest or whatever. They spent $30 million on that. Yeah, it's really, really cool, and I'll show my friends, but it's not like, oh yeah, dude, that's awesome, man, I want to go buy Red Bull now. Like, not really. That's not really how I think. You know, if I'm in the car, I don't want to listen to radio advertisements. That's why a lot of people buy XM radio, so you don't have to listen to commercials. If I'm watching a video on YouTube and an ad pops up 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what do you guys do? Skip. Every single time. You know, my point is nobody wants to be marketed to. Nobody wants to be advertised to. So this company redirects those dollars into us. Okay, to talk about their product. And you know what? This is not something new. This is not something that the CEO made up, guys. This has been around for a very, very long time. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of the companies like Amway, Mary Kay, Avon, Herbalife. Okay, these companies are, you know, very, very old companies, you know, 30, 40, 50 years plus, okay, and they make billions of dollars every single year. Okay, but I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely not be passionate about, you know, trying to sell my friends the newest and latest toilet paper or ketchup and mustard, soaps, mops, cleaning supplies. We don't care about that stuff, right? But what happens is when we find a product that fits our generation, you know, perfectly, and they restructure their company and their focus into us young people, the people that invented Facebook, okay, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all these different things that we're all doing every single day, okay, now we can usually merge these directly into building a business, and that's why this thing is blowing up, and that's why this thing is growing so fast. Yeah, there's people who made millions and millions and millions of dollars in those companies that I just named, but how did they do it? They didn't even have a cell phone, guys. Like, no one in this room would be here if it wasn't for a cell phone. Okay, you think about that, like if you want to build a business like this, I can't even imagine trying to get 50 people into a room, going and knocking on people's doors like, hey, you want to come tonight? No, okay, go to the next door. Hey, do you want to come? No, like, that would be literally impossible where you send somebody a letter in the mail, hey, on this date at this time, you know, show up to this address. No one's going to come. Like, and people made millions of dollars, okay, in those companies during those times when companies, you know, hit their momentum phases, which is exactly what this company is in right now. Guys, in the next 36 months, there's going to be so many millionaires made in this company, and we actually have the opportunity and the knowledge right now to make it happen. Because if you don't make this work for you, you know, what else are you going to go do in this economy, you know? We're all thinking, like, these big dreams, like, I would never, like, working, you know, a job, ever think that I could drive, you know, a $40,000 Benz. Like, you don't go to your job thinking, like, yeah, I'm making, like, $15 an hour, you know, I'm going to, you know, be able to drive a Benz. Like, no, nobody thinks like that. That's why it just doesn't even happen. But here, you literally can dream as big as you want to dream. Like, Luke's about to hit the rank of $250,000 a year, and he's 20 years old. You think that guy's thinking at $250,000? No, he's thinking at $1 million probably a month. Okay, there's no cap to how big this can get. You know, start to think about the numbers, and think about how there's probably, like, I don't know, what, 1,000 people in Michigan right now, okay, maybe doing this, and there's 40,000 students at Michigan State, 40,000 at U of M, 35 at Eastern, Western, Grand Valley, Central, and then you start to think about nationwide, and then you start to think about the 60 different countries that we do businesses, and this is going there. It will go there and it will happen. And it doesn't matter anybody in this room decides to make it happen or not, it's going there regardless. And you can mark my words, I will not stop grinding until I see every single person on my team has the same success that I've been able to have. And then we're going to help the next person. We will not stop. Guys, we are not going to stop. We're going to get going, and we're going to get better and better and better and better. So if you guys decide you don't want to do this, that's fine. But I was very, very close to not even looking into this thing. Right? And I just made, I don't know, $1,700 last week. And I didn't add a single new person personally into my business. That would take me 2 or 3 months to work at the job that I was just able to quit. Okay, working at $8 at Planet Fitness. Okay, which is absolutely crazy, guys. So this definitely works. Okay, if you're still skeptical, I don't know if I can do this, raise your hand if you've been paid from this company before. Okay, if you're looking around the room right now and you see all these people, have made money and you're thinking, well, I couldn't do this. Everybody, you plug into our system and we already have the wheel that's turning. You just got to plug into what we're doing and it works. And you have people here that help you do exactly what we've done. That's why this is a team thing. You don't do this by yourself. This is not corporate America where you go try to be better than everyone else and get that position. This is everybody works together because we all have the same common goals, same common dreams. And we all realize the same thing, that the economy, working for a boss is not going to get the job done. It's not going to be able to provide for our family like we want it to because they can fire you at any time. And if you work 10 years for a boss and they fire you, boom, you're done. You have no equity. Do you realize that? You're back to making $0. Why would you spend your time and not building up at least some ownership of a company? And if I can tell you, you can invest stock in Google, Facebook, Apple Computer, 10 years ago, would you probably have done it? Yeah, probably. But the only way to invest stock in this company is actually start to build what we're doing in here. Okay, so then that's exactly where this thing is going. This thing is definitely on the track to be the next Facebook and the way it's growing and where it's going to be, guys. So with that, I want to really bring up the guy that got this whole thing started. In the state of Michigan, and when he got going, guys, there was nobody with cars, there was nobody having success. He started really from the bottom. Okay, now he's here, right? And he, like I said, next month he's going to hit the rank of ambassador of this company. $250,000 a year, 20 years old, 3 years younger than me, and he's like my mentor in this thing. He's 3 years younger than me, but he's literally teaching us and paving the way because he did it, and he proved that it can be done, and he's helping us, do it and do it and do it. So, guys, with that, I want to give it up for Luke. So.
Yeah.